guys doing all right? It's going well so far, yeah? I think so. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm in a really good mood, you guys. The weather's so nice this weekend. Spring's on its way. Most importantly, though, I got my first sex doll. Yeah. It's been a good time, and really though, it's kind of got me wondering who came up with this fantastic idea in the first place, right? I figure maybe some guy who spent an awful lot of time at the public swimming pool, you know, maybe one day he was watching a couple kids bat around one of those beach balls, you know, and suddenly he got one of those eureka moments. Hey, shit, that beach ball sure looks like a lot of fun, but I wish you could fuck it. Let me give you a word of advice here. You never bring your sex doll to the gas station to try to use the tire pump to inflate it there. Don't do that, because the amount of time that you'll save just isn't worth the looks you will get, or the obscenity charge. Not worth it, guys. Not the least bit. It was the greatest drunk purchase I've ever made, that sex doll. I do like having a drink once in a while. I've developed a taste for bourbon over the last year. That's good. I'm from Montreal, and I found out the hard way that bourbon is apparently hard to come by in Montreal liquor stores. Now, maybe it was my mistake for asking the sample lady at the SAQ that day, but she didn't know what I was talking about. I said, "Excuse me, miss, do you have like a bourbon section, or just one kind of bourbon, or like what's the story here?" Maybe point me in that direction. She goes, "What?" I said, I mean, I was like stuttering or something. I said, "The bourbon, miss. Where is it?" She goes, "Huh?" So I thought maybe there's some sort of linguistic issue going on here. So like an idiot, I tried a different pronunciation of the word bourbon. I said the Bourbon. I shit you not, she's standing like a foot away from me, okay? And she just sort of cocks her head and looks at me and squints her eyes and she says, "Gin?" I'm like, "What? No, not gin. Not gin. Come on, I'm opening my mouth twice to form the word bourbon here. Bourbon. Bourbon. You're just standing there looking at me. You think I'm looking for gin? This is your best gift. What do you think I'm coming for today? Gin, really?" So I've been getting drunk a lot on gin lately, and as it turns out, it does the job just fine. And one of my favorite pastimes to do, you know, when I'm on the gin, when I get all hopped up on the gin, is I like to sort of mope around my apartment watching cartoon shows from my youth. That's a good thing to do when you're drunk. I think I grew up sort of in the late 80s, early 90s. I think cartoon shows from that period they're better, you know, than they are now, because, you're not, you agree, right? Because they took themselves more seriously, you know? They always had those very special episodes. You remember the very special episodes? They would break away from the normal plot to deal with like some heavy real world shit that kids would have to deal with in their own lives. My favorite very special episode was this one special called Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, okay? And this was great because it had all of the cartoons from all the other shows getting together in this one special to help this drug-addled kid stop doing crack cocaine. I swear to God, this was the actual plot. So you had your Ninja Turtles, your Bugs Bunny, the Smurfs, they all get together, okay? Now clearly the message is very simple. Hey kids, drugs are bad. Don't do them. Now maybe I was too young or whatever, but you know, I think I took away the wrong message, because all that I got from this special was, hey kids, if you do enough drugs, you will eventually be able to meet all your favorite cartoon characters in real life. Been high ever since, I tells you. As nice as the weather is now, I gotta say, I miss February a little. I know it's weird to say, you know, February is notoriously a shitty month, but there's certain things it's got going for it. It's Black History Month, you know, which is, I think is pretty cool, but I don't know, people just kind of give me weird looks when I celebrate too enthusiastically. A friend of mine told me that I should watch Spike Lee's Malcolm X to get a more rounded idea of Black history, you know. And I said, all right, but in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't know how much sense that movie's going to make to me. I haven't seen Malcolm Parts 1 through 9 yet, so it's going to be kind of strange. February February also has Valentine's Day going on for it, you know, and normally that's not the greatest of holidays for me, but you know, but this year I had a girlfriend to celebrate Valentine's Day with, and just saying that makes me happy, you know, because I was single for a very long time. Yeah, it was what you might call a dry spell that lasted from birth until, you know, pretty recently. And I tell you, I tried to do everything to try to get a girlfriend, try to get a nice lady, you know. I'd hang around in bars and clubs, you know, I'd dress real nice, thank you, and for a while, actually, I even had a sexy look I'd use on the ladies. Yeah. Guys, you know, whether you know it or not, a lot of guys have a sexy look they'll use in their repertoire. I have my own sexy look. The sexy look is a look that you use to make a girl yours without ever saying a word, right? So I'd be in the bar, you know, dress real sexy, see a lady across the room, get 2, 3, 12 gins in me, build up the confidence, and just, you know, bust out the sexy look. So I did that for a while, and a buddy of mine, eventually, who I used to drink with a lot, comes up to me one night. He says, "What the fuck you doing here, man?" And he says, "I'm like, it's a sexy look. Look at that girl. She's like melting in my hands." And he says, "Walter, looks like you want to wear that girl's skin like a coat." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the night I switched to bourbon. Guys, you've been a tremendous audience. Thank you so much. Give it up one more time, Vincent. Thank you so much. It's Walter Lyng, everybody over here. You having fun? Man, you just killed it. That was awesome. That was are you a professional eater?